Welcome to part 2 of using trig functions to find missing sides of right triangles. So we're going to work out on problem number 2. We previously worked at 1 in video 1. And the first thing to do on this one is identify the angle of reference. In this case, the angle of reference is given to us. I'm highlighting this in purple, and the measure of that angle is 67 degrees. Once we have identified that angle, we're going to be looking for the opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse. By looking at the angle of reference, we find the side that is across from it, and this is measure 9. That's the opposite. We then go to the 90-degree angle right here. Across from the 90-degree angle is the hypotenuse. In this case, the hypotenuse is blank. We don't know what it is, how big it is. Then we also have the y, which is the adjacent. As you can see, the opposite is 9 and the adjacent is y. That means that we're using opposite and adjacent. The one that uses opposite and adjacent is tangent. This is opposite and adjacent. There's going to be tangent of the angle of reference, which is 67, equals, and we have to set up the ratio being opposite over adjacent. So opposite is 9, adjacent is y. In order to use the cross multiply method, we have to put this one over 1. We start by cross multiplying. So I cross multiply 9 and 1. 9 times 1 is 9. I'll write that on the left hand side. And this would be equal to the other cross multiplying, which is y times tangent 67. That would be on the right side. So our goal in this problem is to find the value of y. On the left side, we have a 9. On the right hand side, we have y times, and we have to evaluate tangent of 67. I'm going to use the table and calculator to evaluate this. So using the table first, tangent of 67, we go there. That's an angle of measure 67. If you move all the way to the last column, that's the tangent column, we get the tangent of 67 is 2.3559. So instead of tangent 67, I will write 2.3559. Using the calculator, we still write tangent of 67 equal, and that gives us the tangent of 67 is 2.35585. We round this to 2.3559, just like we got from the table. Now the y is not by itself. In order to get that by itself, I need to divide both sides by 2.3559. 2.3559 divided by itself becomes 1. 1 times y is y. On the left-hand side, now I have to divide 9 by the denominator using a calculator. That's going to be 9 divided by 2.3559. Enter. And our answer is 3.82 and other digits. We're rounding to the nearest tenth, so this is 3.8. That means that y is equal to 3.8. And this concludes part 2 of using trig functions to find missing sides.